One of your friends had brought up the Cracker Barrel thing.
Yeah.
And so, like, you have been hearing a lot about it. I have not. They just took the white guy out. Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
just
much
everyone's bitching about that.
Yeah, I don't even know that I recalled that there was a white guy or what the Cracker Barrel symbol was.
It's literally the logo.
I mean,
it's
yeah, but
a cracker.
I'm saying in my head, you know, I don't remember the guy. I know what Cracker Barrel sound looks like, but it's not like a core memory that there's a man sitting there.
It just didn't stick out to you a whole
Yeah.
lot, is what you're saying, which I get. I could totally get that. But it is funny because now, like, the funniest thing about it is they take it out because they go, oh, we don't want it to be racial, whether it's white or black, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
But I never, not one time, thought about how on the nose the Cracker Barrel logo is until they took the white guy out. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
because it's literally a white guy and a barrel. It's literally a cracker and a barrel.
Yep.
Like, and I never, ever, not once fucking put that together until they decided to take the white guy out. Which, are you familiar with what the Streisand effect is?
No.
That's what it is. That's what this is. So, like, the Barbra Streisand effect, there was, you know who that is?
Yes.
I think she was like a singer, right?
Yes.
I know she acted as well, but I've only seen her act and stuff. I never knew her from her music. But, so Barbra Streisand, when she was like popular back in the 90s, maybe late 80s, I forget when exactly it happened. But it got like leaked where she lived, like in Hollywood or something like that. And as a result, she tried like going to like, you know, anything that publicized it, like TMZ, like paparazzi, press, stuff like that, and tried to get it like erased. But because of that, and I guess it was in the 90s because it was around the internet era, so I just answered my own question. But because of that, people started sharing it around more because she was trying to get rid of it. So that's what they call the Streisand effect, is like you trying to squash it makes people want to share it more. The same thing happened. You actually probably might remember this. Beyonce had like a Super Bowl show and she was in the middle of dancing and she just hit this one like weird, like I got to go to the wide for this because she hit this one like weird where she like popped like that kind of while she was in the middle of dancing. And just this photographer caught like her body doing this seismic wave like at the right moment, and she just looked wrinkled and crazy and like had a double chin and she looked nuts. And have you ever seen the photo that I'm talking? You've never seen it? I'm gonna show it to you and you're probably gonna remember. I'm gonna show it to you. We'll cut to the clip view right now because you'll remember it.
What color outfit is she wearing?
It was like a sparkle like onesie kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, like a leotard almost.
Like it feels familiar, but I want to see it again.
Oh, I'll show it to you right now. It's not hard to find. Well, it used to not be hard to find. Don't let me lie to you. This is what she was wearing.
Okay. But
I think she may have got away with scrubbing the photos. Hold on. Okay. I just typed in Beyonce Super Bowl photo. I'm going to type in Beyonce bad Super Bowl photo. See this one. This one's part of it, but she had like a full body. Yeah. And it was like her shit was just wiggling and I never cut to the clip view. Okay, here we go. Sorry, audience. I apologize. You can't see the clip view, but yeah, so this is the photo that we're talking about. This is like only half of it, but the full body one, she was like really fucked up and she wanted it scrubbed from the internet. And because of that, everyone shared it. And it looks like years later, here's one making fun of her. Here's a meme of it. But this was the full body. Just take out the Olympics thing.
Yeah.
And that was the photo. You get what I mean? So she looked crazy. So she tried to get it scrubbed and the Streisand effect.
More people sent it out.
Brought it back to life. Okay. You know what I mean? So that's just how far we've weaved away from the point. You know what I mean? But just like Trump, I'm very good at bringing us back to the point of the Cracker Barrel logo. I did not notice it was actually a Cracker Barrel until they decided to start trying to cut shit out of the goddamn thing. You know what I mean? It's like you bring in the attention to it, it's just gonna make it worse. It's just like the Heil Hitler song, the Kanye song. Did you know? I know you're not crazy familiar with it, but when the song came out, like streaming platforms were like, we're not gonna put it on there, like Spotify and Apple Music and shit like that. And because of that, more people will share it. Like, you know what I mean? It's just you're not
Everybody wants to hear what they're not supposed to or what's not allowed.
There's literally a guy, an old singer named like Johnny Rebel or like Petey Rebel or something like that. He has a song called Johnny the Fat Lipped N-Word or Toby the Fat Lipped N-Word, something along those lines, right? I could go on Spotify and listen to that song right the fuck now if I wanted to, you know? No, but nobody's tried to get it taken down, you know? So if they did, more people would talk about it. That song I'm talking about, you don't hear anyone ever mention it. Nobody talks about that song. Right. It's literally the chorus has the hard R all in it. The whole thing is carpet bombed with that word. So it's like it's true. It is very much true. If you try to take away the attention, you're just gonna get more. But this is so you don't know about Crack Amico because you live under a rock.
Yep, that's me.
Crack Amico is like this diss rapper. He like pretty much only does diss raps and funny raps. But he keeps them very much he fires the bullets at public figures and a lot of comedians. He's like, so picture like the rap version of this or like the rap version of Red Bar or something. You know what I mean? He's like shitting on them in that sense. Last time, Dave Portnoy had like a controversy about like the way he was talking to one of his employees on a podcast. He was like treating his employee like shit. And Crack Amico made a diss rap about that. And I played it on the show. And then, so they're like funny and dissy, but he's actually not a bad rapper. So this was his Cracker Barrel. This is what he had to say about the Cracker Barrel. So mind you, again, to anyone listening, I'm very much uneducated on this. We're probably in the same boat. We know just enough that they took it out the logo. I don't know why. I don't know anything like that. So for this guy to make a diss rap about it, he's got to know something, you know. And I haven't listened to it either. So this is going to be both of us the first time hearing this. So this Crack Amico, this is the Cracker Barrel diss, the Crack Amico Barrel diss.
Hell nah, bitch.
Ooh,
Smoking on.
Hold up. I like that intro. I'm gonna spark a joint to that intro. You can, you light up whenever you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna spark a joint to that intro. It's a very mob-esque intro, which I like. I like stuff like that. All right. If you're listening and you got them at home, smoke them. Now's the time.
Hell nah, bitch. Smoking on Messino pack, this bitch fucked up. Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, Washington Redskin, we don't even care, you can keep all that shit. You took the white man off the Cracker Barrel logo, bitch, I'll fucking kill you! What's a Cracker Barrel with no barrel and no cracker, bitch? If I see that Julie Fells Messino, I'ma smack a bitch. I'm at headquarters with a strap, you better pack a stick. What's a Cracker Barrel with no barrel and no cracker, bitch? Smoking on that Cracker Barrel pack, now we smoking on that Cracker Barrel pack. I see Julie Massino, tombstone pile driver in the tax, we ain't stopping till the white man back. Put the white man back.
Ooh, I like that last line. put the white man back. Put the white man back. You know what I mean? Put the white man back. Yeah. Who the fuck is this Mancino bitch? I think she might be like the CEO.
Yeah, something important with Cracker Barrel.
I spelled barrel wrong, like a motherfucker. Julie Fells Messino. You know who she reminds me of a little bit is, I think the girl's name is Rachel Maddow. You know who that is? Yeah. You don't need to. As you probably see, she's like MSNBC.
Yeah.
I believe that's her. She's real dykey looking with those glasses, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like if Rachel Maddow accepted male suitors. Yeah, back to the diss. Okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to know who it was that we were talking about. Put the white man back. Put the white
No cracker, bitch. Smoking on that Cracker Barrel pack. Now we smoking on that Cracker Barrel pack. I see Julie Massino, tombstone pile driver in the tax. We ain't stopping till the white man back. Put the white man back. Yeah, and now I die about the shit. Smith and Wesson bacon, negging up the fire about them grits. I'll cry about the shit. I see Julie Phelps Messino, I'ma hit her with a brick or a cinder block. We in Lebanon, about to spin the block. This supposed to be a Cracker Barrel, not the Knickerbockers. Yanks trying to change the South, I'm defending it. Can I eat an IHOP? Way too many immigrants.
Damn, they got immigrants at IHOP now?
I don't know. It's been years since I've been to an IHOP.
IHOP used to be a very light environment. Darkest thing about the IHOP was the golden brown on the pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I used to not a Mexican in sight. In the back, but you don't see like them.
They're hidden.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even let them go to the
bathroom.
The soda fountain machine to get drinks or nothing like that. You have to do all that in the back.
Okay.
Over at, well, you used to. And then affirmative action kicked in. Now IHOP's got it. Apparently, according to Crackamicos, Arabs, blacks, Mexican. Used to be a very pleasant time in America where you could go to IHOP and it was mostly whites in there. You know? And this is coming from a Puerto Rican. You know? I wouldn't go into IHOP during those times. I knew better.
You knew better.
Yeah, of course.
Yanks trying to change the South, I'm defending it. Can I eat an IHOP? Way too many immigrants. Back down, I'ma crash out for them hash browns. Used to love Waffle House, way too many blacks now. Wow. And it's fine, let them have it. Blacks are our friends. We just need a place my Uncle James can drop a hard in. Where the fuck my country hand, bitch, I'm starving. Julie Messina, when I see you, I'ma barge in. Charge in, spread this dinner bell inside your armpits. Leave you hog-tied, butt naked on a park bench. Whoa. Actually, I take that back, that's kinda weird, I'm just mad. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck around with me and you get stabbed.
It's a decent rap. You know what I mean? It's not my favorite though. I had he did one, the last one I heard from him, it was Dave Portnoy. The rap was like really good. This just seems more generic.
If I see that Julie Phelps Messino, I'ma smack a bitch. I'm at headquarters with a strap, you better pack a stick. What's a Cracker Barrel with no barrel and no cracker, bitch? Smoking on that Cracker Barrel pack. Now we're smoking on that Cracker Barrel pack. I see Julie Massino, tombstone pile driver in the tax. We ain't stopping till the white man back. Bring the white man back. White. What's a Cracker Barrel with no barrel and no cracker, bitch? If
I love that. Bring the white man back. I'm gonna be singing that like all day. I'm gonna be doing my dishes later. Bring the white man back. I'm gonna go to the police station, file a police report. Bring the white man back. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you talking about that Crackamico diss?"
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Yes, I am, officer." He's like, "That's fucked up what they did to the Cracker Barrel logo, ain't it?" Wouldn't that be crazy if, like, because look, here's the crazy part is like, we live in the South. This is Cracker Barrel fucking territory.
Oh yeah.
You know,
every interstate.
I shit you not. This is not just for like a bit or anything, but the first place I moved to when I moved to the South was North Carolina. It was to Wilmington, and Cracker Barrel was the first restaurant I ate at when I got into town. So I got into Wilmington. It was not Wilmington proper. It was coming into, I think, like 40 or 95, whichever one it was. It was off the highway going into Wilmington, but it was the first. We stopped at Cracker Barrel, and that was the first restaurant I ate at coming into town.
Did you buy anything in the little store?
I didn't. Well, they wouldn't let us in the store.
Oh.
A little too brown for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm joking, of course. They let me in the store, and they charged me double for all of the knickknacks and stuff that I bought. But it was nice. I ended up getting the chicken fried steak over at the Cracker Barrel. That used to be like my go-to thing when I would go to like not because it's not like I went to southern states all the time growing up, but at one point for youth group I went to like King's Dominion, that like amusement park, which was in like Virginia.
Okay.
And then going to Wilmington, Cracker Barrel, stuff like that. So like when I would go to like, towards the South at like a diner or something, I would just get like chicken fried steak. I just thought it was like the best thing ever.
Okay.
And it's like the shittiest fucking food, dude.
Yeah, I don't know that I've maybe had that a couple times in my life.
It's basically just a beer battered thin ass skirt steak or something like that. It's not even like a good cut of
Yeah, I think
meat
that's
or
what I had it a
anything.
few times and decided that was not for me.
Yeah, it's like shit. Like I would rather have a hamburger any day of the week than that. Have you ever heard someone call them fritters?
No.
Dude, when I lived in Indiana for like 2 years. I lived in Fort Wayne, which is a fucking shithole. I'll tell you.
Hey, yo, what the
I
fuck?
lived in Fort Wayne for 2 years. I'd rather live in fucking hell for eternity than to take 2 years back over in Indiana, dude. That place sucks. But I even forgot the point that I was making. What were we? Oh, when I lived there, I ended up meeting a couple different people that would call that fritters. And I'd be like, are you talking about like an apple fritter? When I hear fritter,
that's
I
what
think
about.
apple fritter.
Yeah.
I don't hear like a chicken fried steak. You know what I mean? That's not typically what I hear. I'm gonna leave the rest of the Crackamico diss to let everybody's imagination, run wild with that if they so choose to, because this Cracker Barrel thing, it might be a conspiracy.
Yeah.
There might be something behind it, because I thought we were past all that stuff. Because, like, people are saying fag and retard. I'm hearing people dropping hard R's. I was in the grocery store the other day, and I'm watching old ladies say hard R.
They're old ladies. They were already saying it.
I know, but they knew better before Trump got elected. And now, you know what I mean? It's like the gates are open, I feel like. So why all of a sudden now this whole thing with Cracker Barrel? That they're
Somebody noticed it.
Yeah, but I mean, Trump is in office, man. That's not a way to get government bailout should the shit hit the fan if you take away the cracker or the barrel from the logo. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So I feel like there's something behind it. It almost, even though it's kind of like not the same thing, it kind of almost reminds me of like that, what do they call that shit where you remember how people were like, the Fruit of the Loom logo had the cornucopia, and then they're like, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
You know, what was that called? Like the Mandela effect or some shit like that? Another effect thing. I think it is the Mandela effect.
That sounds right.
This kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Like, I feel like, wouldn't it be funny if, look, speaking of conspiracy theories, this shit's falling into my it's falling into my lap. I'm not thinking this shit. This is not pre-recorded. Well, this is pre-recorded. I mean, it's not pre-script. It's not script. That's what I meant to say. You know what I mean? You guys get it. But wouldn't it be crazy if, like, the cornucopia thing with Fruit of the Loom was that someone making a decision and going like, this is somehow not culturally acceptable or whatever. It doesn't have to be like a woke thing, but they just go, okay, we're going to get rid of the cornucopia for whatever the reason is, right?
Yeah.
They do it. At the time, a small group of people were like, this is fucking stupid. What are you doing with the cornucopia, right? They made like a small deal out of it at the time. But it wasn't enough to where like everyone noticed. And now, 15 years later, everyone's like, it had the cornucopia. And then everyone's like, no, it didn't. It didn't. But imagine if this is what it was. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if 15 years from now, people are going to be like, the Cracker Barrel logo never had the white guy or the barrel.
I feel like that's probably going to happen to somebody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yes.
Like, that would be actually kind of fucking nuts if you think about it. Like, wouldn't that? Because
I feel like that's going to happen. Somebody's going to have that same argument.
they're going to have a conspiracy. They're going to be like, the white guy in the barrel never existed.
But then they'll just look it up.
But but people do that about the cornucopia. People look it up. And it's still like this vague, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like still nobody has like the solid answer on the cornucopia. Now,
some hoarder has a package that still has it.
Okay.
There's a hoarder with it.
Exactly. And people have posted that online. I bet you if I typed in Google cornucopia, Fruit of the Loom, Mandela effect, whatever, right now, you would find that. You would find people going, see, it did have it. It did have it. But here's my thing. Let's get even further down this little conspiracy thing, right? Let's say it actually is that. Let's say just like now, the cornucopia was that, right? Well, who's to say that that's not part of the plan? Like, who's to say...
What's the plan?
To take this out, cause a little bit of a stink, right? And yeah, okay, maybe you might lose a couple people at Cracker Barrel, but like ultimately you might be making like the greatest marketing fucking ploy of all time. I don't know. I'm not, who's to say that this is not the most genius thing this bitch has ever done?
Yeah, because they're probably losing all their customers. They're all old and dying. So they gotta like get the new customers in.
But here's the thing. I don't even know. Is the old people, are they the ones that care about it?
No, the young people care about it. And they don't want the Cracker Barrel up there anymore.
Oh, so you're saying the old people are pissed?
No, eventually they're.
No, you're saying I'm saying that you're saying the old people are pissed that they took it away. This is the point you're making.
Well, the Southerners are pissed.
The Southern, so old, young, and
yeah.
If you got a Southern drawl, you pissed. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm pissed, but I think it's dumb.
But I feel like people that care about it being gone more are the customers that they're trying to appeal to come in there, because everybody that eats in there is probably 75 plus.
Social Security and fixed income. You know what I mean? This is the types that we're talking about. These are people that have one foot in the grave.
Yeah.
Type shit. And I guess you're bringing a very good point up. Cracker Barrel shouldn't fucking care about them. They're all going to die. You know what I mean? We should care about the repeat customers. What are we worried about these fucking old people for?
Well, they're still going to come there and eat. That's where they like to eat.
Exactly. They're going to be pissed about this for 72 hours max. And then they're all going to get dementia and be like, it's time to go back to my favorite restaurant, the Cracker Barrel. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to happen. This bitch might be the greatest CEO of any restaurant known to man. Like, not fast food, but Olive Garden needs to scout this bitch the fuck out. Like, I'm telling you, because this is genius. Just like, people are starting to think that the dildo thing at the NBA is that.
Oh, yeah.
You remember we talked about that. People are starting to think that the dildos is like an inside job now. And I mean, if they were right, would that be the craziest thing?
No.
I don't think it would. Like, for some marketing VP to be like, yo, we got to come up with something real, something to get these guys fucking going. It's like, what's to stop them from doing that? And on top of that, these are the people that are like the sleaziest in like that space. They're the ones, their whole job is to trick you to buy shit. It's not like it's above them to be like, let's throw some dildos on the court. You know what I mean? Like, why not? I say, let's have a good time with it.
Yeah. I
say they should get bigger. They should get to a point to where like they have to bring out like an old ancient Roman catapult looking fucking thing to sling it onto the court. And when it fucking hits, it like craters in the middle of the fucking court. It just goes boom, and there's like debris flying all over the fucking place and stuff. I think they should really if it's an inside job, you have the resources. You could make this thing as big as you want. Imagine going to a fucking Bulls game, right? And they have that mascot dude, and he's like fucking coming in off the rafters on a giant one, flying in, right? And they're fucking with the wires, roping him down into the center court. And then he gets down there and goes, who wants to try to make a half-court shot to win a fucking Kia? And everybody's like, yeah! Fucking, that would be fucking awesome. I mean, to me, I'd like that. I would go to see a WNBA game if that's what they were doing. But speaking of conspiracy theories, so you watched this episode. You're starting to become one with the culture.
Working on it.
You're working on being one with the culture. She's going to become one with the culture, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know. You guys want to know her real name? I'll fucking dox this bitch right now. Her name is Asshole. We went over it last time she was on. No, so you watched this one and you saw this guy, Sam Tripoli. I know you're not familiar with him very much, and trust me, I'm not that familiar with him either. I honestly, he's supposed to be a comedian. I couldn't tell you a single joke he's ever written. He's one of them. He's more, at least in my world, he's more known for being a weird conspiracy theory guy and being Joe Rogan's friend.
Well, in the name of his thing, tinfoil hat, something.
Yeah. His podcast is called Tinfoil Hat, which is fine. Like, I'm I love a guy like this. You know what I mean? You bring a guy like this to a fucking Thanksgiving dinner, and you got stories for years to tell off of that shit. You know?
Yeah.
So I love a Sam Tripoli type. You know, I don't like. I'll let Red Bar explain how shitty of a person Sam Tripoli is. We're just here for Joe. You know, Joe's the perp in this one. You know, because I'm really like I'm kind of almost prouding myself lately on being like a Joe hater. Like I can't stand him to the point to where like his show, it used to be mostly comedians that would get on there, which is where I would get a kick out of it because you have Joe who's not funny, right? And he has this very curious mind, you know, and he can like articulate things well, at least when he's not repeating the same story that he's told like 30,000 times on the show.
Oh.
He can articulate himself somewhat well. And then you would balance all that unfunny curiosity with a funny guy on the opposite end. That was like the dynamic of the show. And then you get 3 hours of it. And then a lot of times the guy that's on the other side is your favorite comedian. This is fucking, I don't know, really popular ones. Again, I understand you're not familiar, but you would think like people like Sebastian Maniscalco, people like Tom Segura, and then before they got cucked out like they are now to where everyone hates them, right? People wanted to listen to that like long dialogue of that. Now every fucking person that comes on is like some right-wing scientist or like some fucking person that's writing a book about how transgender people deserve to die or something. You know what I mean? Not really. I'm being hyperbolic here. You know, that seems to be a word I've been using a lot lately. Hyperbole. It's a good one. Right? Have you writing this down?
Taking notes.
Yeah, we all heard that.
Sorry.
No, I'm fucking with you. No, I'm not. I'm just fucking with you. It's funny though that you said I'm writing it down and then all of a sudden you fucking punched in the goddamn mic. But what's it called? I think I actually broke my phone. Oops. But it used to be funny. Now it's just like to the point to where I'm like I almost can't even listen to it anymore. I get it. You get a guy like Sam on here and I go, okay, here we go now. You know, because this is someone that could really, you know, maybe Joe might go back to his old ways type shit. And start talking like real conspiracy theory stuff. Really kind of yes-anding Sam and kind of getting these stories like going along. Yo, Jamie looked that up. And we could really open up a can of worms with this one, right? You would think that that's what would happen. It's not. I don't know if you caught it when you watched it. Every single time that Sam busted out a good, nice, juicy conspiracy theory, Joe would try to fucking like disprove it like immediately. And I was like, Joe, what the fuck are you doing? Like, when I was watching it, I was like, can you just let this guy cook a little bit? You know what I mean? Please? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Listen to this. Why? As soon as Sam starts bringing up one goddamn good thing, Joe goes, well, actually, man, I think it's like, you know, Jamie, could you look that up so we can make Sam look like an asshole in front of 10 million people, please? Like, the fucking nerve of this guy.
I wanted to tell you this story. So right around the Paradise fires, right after that, Eddie and I are doing Tinfoil Hat. We do Bakersfield first, and then we go to Sacramento. In both shows, someone from PSG shows up.
Look at Sam's face. Look at the fucking... Sam goes, the widest eyes you've ever seen. This guy looks like he just got done doing like a shit ton of smelling salts. He's like... 2 people from PSG fucking show up at the goddamn show. This guy is... Only time you ever see my face like this is when I start talking about cameras, right? It's like anytime I start talking about like, oh, I'm getting a new lens, man. Like, this is the same fucking face that I have, right? This guy is fucking ecstatic about this.
Yeah.
And we haven't even gotten to anything of substance yet. And he's this fucking excited. So when he starts getting to the fucking climax of this whole goddamn thing... Like, you'll see how
we do
Joe
Bakersfield first, and then we go to Sacramento. In both shows, someone from PSG shows up. What's PSE? What is the PG&E? Excuse me. The people who have the smart meters on all of these houses. They're the ones who run the electricity and the power for all of California. First First show we do in Bakersfield, a bunch of guys who look like Zero Dark 30 show up. They're like, yeah, we work at PG&E. I'm like, oh, that's super interesting because that just happened. Then the next night I'm in Sacramento, and I remember this very well because it was the last night I ever drank alcohol, ever in my life. There was some hot blonde with a fat rack.
That's what I like. Sam Tripoli, you can't let a good conspiracy get in the way of a hot blonde with a fucking fat rack. I'm telling you, dude. You can't. This guy is ready to go, dude. That's how you know he's still grounded in all this conspiracy theory shit. Like when I listen to him, I go, okay, we're starting to lose him, right? And he's starting to push off because right now it's like, okay, you happen to get a couple people that worked for an electricity company in the middle of Bakersfield, California, to go to your goddamn show, and it has to do with smart meters on houses. So what, you think it's like tied to like cloud seeding or something? Like, you know what I mean? It's like we're starting to lose them. And then he goes, and I saw this blonde with a fat ass set of tits, dude. And I go, he's back. He's back. So now it makes me almost believe some of the conspiracies a little bit because I go, he's not that crazy. He still cares about blondes with fat tits. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, obviously he's not that far gone, you know, because these guys stop thinking about sex, you know. We just got done watching Long Legs. When do you think the last time that guy was thinking about getting laid? He's making all those fucking rubber dolls in his goddamn house and shit.
He's having sex with those.
No. This guy was like trying to take over the world and shit. He was like Pinky in the Brain in his goddamn basement, you know, with these fucking dolls, dude. Nicolas Cage, they do that to my guy. Imagine going from fucking Con Air to that. Jesus. But so it's like I start to like believe it, you know what I mean? I start to dive in. Joe, not so much. Joe.
Then the next night I'm in Sacramento, and I remember this very well because it was the last night I ever drank alcohol, ever in my life. There was some hot blonde with a fat rack.
He broke the sobriety for the hot. Did you see that? These bitches will fuck you up.
And I'm like, today's my sobriety goes away. So I have a shot with her. She tells me she's from PG&E. So both nights in a row, we have people show up to our show.
Every single time he's mentioned the company, he said a different set of letters. He goes PMG and PT&E, PSE and B. You know, every single fucking one.
From this company that everybody says could be behind it with these smart meters, okay?
Can I ask you a question before you go on?
Here we go. This is it. Look at this. This is supposed to be Sam's friend right here. Does this look like the face of a guy who believes right now?
Nope.
This does not.
Like he's very suspicious.
Exactly. Joe is looking at Sam as if Sam like stole something from him. Like Joe is looking at Sam as if Sam said to him like, "Hey, check out this new watch I just got." And he goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "Wait a minute. I have the same." He goes, "The band. I have a leather band just like that at home. Where did you buy that watch?" You know, this is the same fucking face that you would give somebody. I can't believe he's about to do this to his friend. I would never do this to my friend. I would lie to the president for my friend. I wouldn't care. I would spend 25 years in the slammer for my friend if I needed to.
Could be behind it with these smart meters, okay?
Can I ask you a question before you go on?
God.
How big were her tits?
This is your...
How big were her tits? Right? This is what I'm saying. How do you not believe this guy? How does Joe not believe him? As soon as he would have said that, I would have wiped the whole look off my face. I would have been like, "Oh yeah, no, you're right. Keep going." You know what I mean? I would have been like, "Oh yeah, no, I forgot. You're still sane." You know? I gotta hear that again. Look at his face, dude. He goes, "How big were her tits, man? You really want to know? You want to know how big her tits were?" He goes, hubba.
So,
oh God.
Ask you a question before you go on.
How big were her tits?
You're in Bakersfield. Is that what you're saying?
The first show is Bakersfield.
And
that's where
the second show?
Sacramento.
And where do these people work? Where's their building? Like where?
PG&E's all over California.
Right.
So they were at different offices.
Both of those places, a lot of people don't go to, right? Like it's when people go, when we do a show in Bakersfield, back when I lived in LA, I'd be like, "Holy shit, someone came out here."
Right.
Like no one goes out there.
Yeah.
So I would imagine if you're at PG&E and you're stuck in some podunk fucking town.
I mean, it's possible. It's very weird that 2 shows in 2 nights. I'm just saying it's super interesting.
It's a little weird, but
It's 2 shows in 2 nights. The funny thing is, Sam is, again, I know I have to explain, he's not that big of a comedian. He's big enough. He's on the Joe Rogan Experience, right? But he's like doing clubs still.
Right. Well, he made some kind of reference to something in this, that there was like a big comedian before him at some place, and then when he went, there was like 45 people. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do listen. Oh God, she is, guys, she's learning. She's upgrading. We're gonna upgrade her firmware soon. No, that was very good callback. You're right. This guy had a different act come in, sold out show. He thought he sold out the show, and the guy finished his standing ovation, and 95% of the ticket audience dipped on him. So he's not that big, you know. These 2 shows he's talking about, like, not to take Joe's side or nothing, because we hate Joe, right? But they were probably max 25 minutes away from each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could very easily be that the couple of electricians work at, you know what I mean, 25 minutes away from each other, happen to work for the same company, you know? There's a fucking,
right.
What's the one around here? Duke, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure there's a Duke in Greensboro.
Probably. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's, that's the thing that makes it funny to me about this. But again, we like to pretend because we're on Sam's side, right?
Very weird, the 2 shows in 2 nights.
I love that. He goes, very weird. Like, he starts putting his head into it. He goes, very weird. As if that's going to convince Joe. Joe's neck is the size of a fucking tree stump. If you start twerking your neck at Joe like that, he's going to look at you and go, okay. Yeah. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Like, you remember fucking you never even seen Happy Gilmore, have you?
Yes, I've seen Happy Gilmore.
Okay, all right. So you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Who?
The guy who says I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Oh, maybe I don't remember. But I've seen the movie.
It's Shooter McGavin was the guy's name.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Adam Sandler's like, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast. All right, we're losing it.
fucking town.
I mean, it's possible. It's very weird, the 2 shows in 2 nights. I'm just saying it's super interesting.
It's a little weird, but it's like those people that work for these organizations.
They live
probably
lives.
just regular people living lives, and they like your show.
Well,
too.
I like conspiracies, so
I know
like
you
to
do.
think
I
there's
just like
some.
to.
So
Look at you.
I know that. I know you do eye roll.
The fucking eye roll, bro. You say I do that.
No. Do you do that?
Oh, I thought you said I do that. Do
No,
I?
his eye roll.
I could do that. You want me to start eye rolling you?
I think I got the eye rolls covered. Eye roll.
No, I'm kidding. But that was a hard eye roll.
And lives, and they like your show.
well,
too.
I like conspiracies, so
I know
I like
you do.
Oh, look. I know you do. I'm fucking Joe Rogan. This is the same guy who will sit there and he's hawking fucking sunglasses on his goddamn shit. Hokas, Rokas, whatever the fuck they're called. All of a sudden he gets a little bit of that right-wing money. What's that? Black Rifle Coffee is one of his sponsors. You know what I mean? He gets a little bit of that shit. Now all of a sudden, all of the this guy built half of his shit on fucking conspiracies. His whole shit. He's like, I believe in aliens. I'm Joe Rogan. You know? We were monkeys, man. Like, that's his whole thing. And then all of a sudden, Sam comes over here with a fat fucking juicy conspiracy theory about PSME and GT. And fucking Joe has a problem with it. And then look, he does it again. It's 3 minutes later. Not even 3 minutes. You remember I was talking to you. I was like, a lot of these guys will do this like yes and type stuff on the show. They all know to do it. They're all in the entertainment industry. Like, you should know, hey, I'm bringing up a point. Let's not fucking bring this thing to a halt. Let's yes and this fucking thing so we can keep it going. 3 minutes later, Joe is still not fucking picking up on this. Like, hey, Sam's about to bring us another banger, and Joe's going to shit on it again. And I think in this one, he actually goes, Jamie, pull it up. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Jamie, pull it up.
I'm outside in the patio talking to everybody after the show, and this woman comes up to me, and she goes, I live in paradise. I go, really? I go, what happens? She goes, I have to tell you this story. She goes, I was just chilling there, like on her porch or something like that, and she looked up, and she saw this like silver cigar thing in the sky, right? The silver cigar thing, and she said lights were going back and forth, and this is right
Never
before
seen
the
any
fires,
of them?
back and forth.
No.
And
You never seen any silver? I like how he says cigars. Silver cigar. Now look at his dildo. You know what I mean? We know you're gay, Sam. Look at this guy. Silver cigars. Silver cigars. You know what I mean? In my mouth. Silver cigars. They're flying in the air.
then she said suddenly the lights all just went boom, and then there were fires everywhere. And I stopped thinking about this story a long time ago. Then suddenly videos now are popping up all over Twitter. If you go to my Twitter, samtripoli.com, there's a video right now of a guy playing.
He goes, if you go to my Twitter, samtripoli.com, that's not Twitter. That's your website, buddy.
Yeah.
He goes, you go to my Twitter, samtripoli.com. You go to my Twitter. I love that. Look at that. Look at his mouth, dude. His mouth is so insane. Silver cigars. Silver cigars. Flying through the air. You go to my Twitter, samtripoli.com.
everywhere. And I stopped thinking about this story a long time ago. Then suddenly videos now are popping up all over Twitter. If you go to my Twitter, samtripoli.com, there's a video right now of a guy playing catch with his dog, and he throws the frisbee, and when the dog goes up to grab the frisbee, suddenly you see something just fly through the air that is a silver like cigar looking thing.
Okay, let me see this video because
I like how he did that with the measurement. He goes, he goes like that to Joe. He sticks out his tongue. He goes, like silver. He goes, silver cigar. Let's see if we can get back. Ooh, look. This is the start of it all. Can we get that in slow-mo, Sam? I wish I had the fucking whistle. The one that goes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Small. Sam's like, Joe, we had like 12 inches. It was girthy. It was girthy, Joe. Flying through the air. This silver cigar. It's girthy.
Thing.
okay, let me see this.
Joe said, let me see. He said, let me see.
Video because there was a time where Eddie Bravo and I got way too high and we thought that rods were flying through the air. We watched this documentary on rods. Do you remember rods?
I know.
Okay. You got into conspiracies a little later, son.
I've always been in conspiracy.
This was one of the dumb ones. This is
This is the best part of this time code, is that now Joe is sitting there going like, well, let me show you how it's done, little guy. You know what I mean? He goes, I was the real conspiracy guy back in the day, right? Okay. So now you want to try to flex your nuts on how much of a conspiracy guy you are, right? What better way to prove that you're a conspiracy guy than to completely disprove his conspiracy that he's bringing to the fucking table? Like, this is crazy talk right here. I love how he goes, you've been a little, you know. He goes, why don't you take a seat there, little guy? Joe Rogan is 5'2".
Oh.
To talk to people like this. He actually looks like a chimpanzee. He's all upper body. You ever see his legs?
No.
They're like 12 inches long. He's all fucking from the waist up. Underneath that
Just
desk.
what you can see when he's doing his podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Underneath his desk, it's like baby legs. He's wearing like a diaper and tiny ass legs. He's like 4'11". I think he's like the same height as Shakira. And to talk to people like this, looking like that.
conspiracies a little later, son.
I've always been.
I have to hear that when he said that. You got into conspiracies a little later, son. Imagine looking down at the fucking ground and Joe Rogan's looking up at you saying that. You got into conspiracies a little later, son. I'd be like, what?
You got into conspiracies a little later, son.
I've always been in conspiracies.
This was one of the dumb ones. This was a really dumb one. So there's these things that supposedly flew so fast through the sky that you could only see them in video footage. You couldn't see them with the naked eye. Turns out what it was bugs flying quickly close through where the lens is, and it's a video artifact. So it stretches these bugs out and makes them look like rods that are flying through the air. It's just because the video's not that good. So there was a show, I forget the show, something Finding Monsters or something like that on the History Channel, I believe. One of those.
Okay, now if you're going to disprove this, right, wouldn't you want to have the sighting? Like, wouldn't you want to have the facts, right?
Yeah.
He goes, there was this show on fucking TBS Don't know the name of it. Actually, I don't even know if it aired. It might have just been a pilot that I saw. Like, he has nothing right now to try to disprove Sam. And then the best part is he goes, it was a show on CBS, right? Any other time that Joe would have a point to prove, he would go, you can't believe the mainstream media. You can't believe this and that, right? Bro, if you can't trust the news, what the fuck makes you think you can trust some reality TV show called Finding Monsters, where the whole point is to make an entertaining episode? Nothing is going to be... So Joe believes Finding Bigfoot. You ever seen the episodes of those on, like, the Discovery Channel?
No,
you know,
I mean, I
but
know
you
what
know,
you're talking about,
I get it. So you know exactly what I'm saying. It's like, so now that's a credible source that I can go, well, they found Bigfoot. You know what I mean? It's like, got to be real, you know? That's what I don't get. Everything about this guy, it's like he's getting old, man. He's getting old. You have to put this guy down. You don't think so?
Send him to Cracker Barrel.
I like that. We can send him to Cracker Barrel for his last meal. We can send him out. Imagine walking Joe Rogan into Cracker Barrel like a little baby. He's holding like your thumb, just your thumb, you know, walking in there.
And it's a video artifact. So it stretches these bugs out and makes them look like rods that are flying through the air. It's just because the video's not that good. So there was a show, I forget the show, something Finding Monsters or something like that on the History Channel, I believe.
Sounds
One
credible.
of those shows. You know those shows?
Yeah.
And they were trying to find out what rods were. So they set up cameras, just try to see if they could capture them and film. And then they set up a super high-speed camera in the same location. And they did it over like a little campfire so that bugs would be flying around. And I think it was a campfire. Whatever, some kind of a light where bugs were flying around, and then they were filming.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even remember. This is what I'm saying. I can't with this guy. We have to shoot Joe Rogan.
Oh.
He has way too much armed security, though. He hangs out with a lot of Navy SEALs, you know? But I love that. I love how he's using we're going to let this play out and finish out because you're going to see Joe Rogan completely makes an ass out of himself in a second. But I just love how he's using a show from the History Channel to cite this whole thing. The History Channel is the same channel that was responsible for Ancient Aliens. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? There was no history involved in the History Channel at all. Like, once 1998, you know what I mean? As soon as the 2000s hit, and reality TV became a thing, the history was gone. I started seeing shit on the History Channel. They're like, did you know Hitler was the first person to invent spaceships? And he's like flying around in flying saucers and shit. They're like, yeah, man, Hitler was in Antarctica building flying saucers. It's like, what
I
are
don't
you?
know. This one has another theory about those saucers.
Yes.
In like the 1800s or
yes.
something.
Sam goes ape shit on the. I think we might have a time code for it. Because Joe tries to disprove that one too.
It, and then on the high-speed camera, you could clearly see it was bugs. But on the low-speed camera, it looked like aliens. Like these things are long, tubular things that we've never identified flying through the air. But it's just video artifacts.
Okay. This thing slows it down. It doesn't look like a bug.
Let's see it.
Did you find it? It's like it was like one of the newer videos I put.
Sounds pretty cocky from Joe. Let's see it. Let's see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that.
No, no.
What do you think it is? Think it's a UFO?
Well, I don't believe in UFOs.
Oh, well then, if it's...
Do you know that we've
And
had
identify
flying crafts that have been going 200 miles an hour before the Civil War?
We could talk
Here
about
it
Hit
is.
me, Ashley. Let's go. Let's go. Let's give it up. This is a good callback. This is a good callback. Now watch. Look, Sam's about to show Joe the video evidence. Remember, Joe said, let's see it. Let's see it. I'm Joe Rogan. 4'7".
Crafts that have been going 200 miles an hour before the Civil War.
We could talk
Here
about
it is.
Give me a moment. We'll talk about that in a
Okay,
moment.
so
It isn't real. It's almost
Okay.
real time.
Here's a
but
dog.
Zoomed in. And
Bro, that dog's gangster. That's a good
See it?
steep
so you
ledge.
see it? Okay.
Okay, let me see it again.
And then just let it play because it shows you what it is.
Okay.
it looks like a bug.
Yeah. Let me see. Sam, that's a bug.
You think that's a bug?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's going to slow it down. You
I think it's a fast-moving bug.
What do you think? You think that's a bug?
I mean, probably not a bug.
That looks like a fly that's catching some fucking speed, breaking the sound barrier. Imagine it's a fly that was like,
Yeah.
like, and it's just that's just the exhaust coming off of the fly. The black dot
It's the fly.
It's the fly. Let's zoom in for the people at home. And you see, that's the fly right there. That's just the exhaust. That fly is cooking right now, dude. Imagine being a fly and flying at 1,300 miles an hour. You just disintegrate to nothing.
No more wings.
Do you think that there's
you drink a Red Bull for that?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That thing behind it is that. Here's the thing: is that the inability of the video to catch it? Because it doesn't seem like it. Because the video is.
Here's my thing, though. It's when it angles off. Because, like, you see it's, like, straight down for a second, then it goes like that and goes, like, in like an L almost. Mm-hmm. Ain't no fucking bug hitting trajectories like that. You know, hummingbirds can't even fly like that. And those motherfuckers can fly backwards. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Might be some aliens. Might be some black aliens. You remember the black aliens. NASA's got black aliens. They all look like LeBron James. Imagine getting gangbanged by a bunch of black. They all look like LeBron James. They'd tear your shit up. You know what I mean? Guy or girl, you'd be devastated.
Catching it. I don't know enough about high speed filming or about what this is, the slow-mo filming. Man, the blurry shit behind it's weird.
Yeah, look at that, Joe. You hearing him? He's starting to come around. So we went from let's see it, let's see the video evidence, Sam, to oh man, I don't know, looks a little weird.
You know where it looks like it almost has like a jet coming out of the back.
I think that's all.
And Jamie, his producer in the background, no. Jamie swears he's like this like cinematography genius, right? He can barely produce this show. I'm talking like this shit is for someone who probably gets paid like $1 million a year. Jamie sucks ass at his goddamn
part
job.
of it.
What do you think that is, Jamie?
It's a bug.
Right, but what's that trail behind?
You think that's
wings?
a bug?
The wings. Looks like a fucking...
Yeah, as it's moving fast, so it's stretched out as a video artifact, just like the rods thing. Yeah,
I wouldn't even say a full video art. It just looks like the wings of a bug, and it's like there's the body, and it's got some giant wings.
I don't.
Yeah, but what
believe
kind of
that.
bug looks like that?
And what kind of
I'll
bug
show
moves
you.
that
I have
fast?
them here.
But I mean, I think
Jamie all of a sudden has new species of bugs just hanging around. This is what I'm saying. This is how hard they want to disprove this guy. That Jamie all of a sudden just happens to have a couple tabs open on his computer. He's like, I just happen to have a couple weird bugs right here. I was Googling before the show. What do you do? Like, why can no one just let this guy have this? I don't understand. Yeah. This would be the highlight of my week if this guy came in here and started yapping off this bullshit. I would be feeding him. I would be feeding him. I'd be like, tell me more, sir. Obama's connected to the food pyramid? Okay, let's talk about it. Like, why not? You know what I mean? I would love this. And Joe over here. I think he's pissed off because he has a fucking astrophysicist waiting in the goddamn lobby with fucking cerebral palsy sitting in his... You know what I mean? Can barely goddamn talk. The guy is, I'm the next Steve Hawking. Joe would rather talk to that guy than this fucking asshole. This makes me sick.
it's a perspective thing. I think the bugs move pretty fucking fast.
Yeah,
but bugs moving fast in the right direction.
And that far away,
it's little.
You're going to see it that far away?
Little. It's so little that as it passes by, it gets small so quickly and gives you the illusion of more speed. Because it's so little, it disappears quickly. Like you ever see a mosquito and you see it floating through the air and then it's gone? You can't find the fucker because there's too little.
Right, I understand that.
Once they go a certain
When? Oh, you're just saying because you always get bit.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. This is the thing though. That Joe's point is like is completely arbitrary. Is because the bug in the video was a significant size dot, which would mean that the bug is closer to the fucking lens. You get what I'm saying? You would not be able to see the dot if the bug was like 20 feet away from the camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the fact that they're seeing this artifact, quote unquote, whatever, this thing would have to be like the size of a bird to be being seen that small from the perspective that they're saying. And if it was closer to the camera to be seen that much, you would get more definition out of it. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be worried about artifacts right now. This is clearly the man. It's the mind of a man who's... This guy's... All that alpha brain bullshit this guy's taking, it's making his brain turn to mush. They're going to CT scan this guy's brain one day, and the doctor's going to be like, all those cold plunges, there's lesions all over your shit. You know what I mean? There's holes in your brain. We didn't even know you could have holes in your brain and still function like that.
Certain distance away, it's like they went a million miles.
But look how far away that is. I mean, that is way
I think
far
it went
away.
right over the camera. That's what I think happened.
You got one? Oh, I thought you had a banger of a joke. Well, I heard you go, I was like, oh, she's ready.
Oh.
You know? I was like, I'm about to let her fire off. It's okay. We can get the next one. Next joke's on you.
Oh,
all right?
okay.
I think it went right over the camera, and I think within a couple of seconds, like, look where it goes. It's like right.
It's gone.
I think it's right over the camera in the right direction, and I think it only takes, like, a millisecond for a fucking bug to do that.
I think it's something.
Let's see it again. Watch. Here it goes.
Stop it at its farthest point.
Let's just not stop it. Here it goes.
It's already gone.
It's already gone. Yeah, that is pretty fast. Okay, I changed my mind.
He changes his mind, this guy. He changes his mind now. Now, all of a sudden, finally, we get something out of it.
Yeah, that is pretty fast. Okay, I changed my mind. It's alien. Maybe, maybe there's a type of bug that I'm not aware of that moves really fast, though.
But
Where is that? Where is that supposedly?
I don't.
And he still can't give it up. Maybe there's a bug that like moves really fast, that and it's just huge like that. And it's like, what are we doing, bro? I don't know with this. I can't do it. The fact that Joe would have a guy like that on and completely try to debunk and it was every goddamn time.
Yeah. No fun.
Every single goddamn time. And I can't believe you sat through all that.
Well, I was driving.
You were driving. You had no choice. You had to be awake. You should buy one of those Teslas with the full self-driving. And then you could just...
That would be nice.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you can fall asleep in it, though. I think, I'm not even kidding. I think you have to, touch the steering wheel, every now and then.
I know somebody that has not a Tesla one, but some little self-driving thing. And she said you have to keep your hands on the steering wheel, a certain amount of time.
Yeah. It's like you got to touch it every now and then. Now, do you know, so you know what ChatGPT is or whatever, and Twitter has one because Elon Musk is he doesn't like the company OpenAI, who's the company that made ChatGPT. So he made a competing AI, and it's called Grok.
Grok.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because Tesla's his company, he's gonna, you know what I mean? Grok is gonna find some way to be integrated into
makes sense.
Tesla technology, right? So I watch a podcast called Lemon Party, and one of the guys on the show has a Tesla. And he got super excited. He walks into the show. He doesn't, it's not dirt. They just they tell a story about how he walked into his friend's house the one day. He's like, yo guys, did you guys know that Grok can rape me now? So he'll get in his car and he'll go, hey Grok, can you rape me? And Grok will be like, yeah man, I'm raping you right now. And he'll start talking about how he's raping him.
Oh.
And he'll just sit there and get raped by Grok as a joke. And it's pretty funny. And then he was saying how one of the things, oh man, I didn't even realize there was paper towels there. It's so hot. I'm going to have to grab those and wipe my nose in a second. My nose is running because I'm so hot. But one of the things about Elon Musk's AI Grok is he wanted it to be not woke, right? So if you ask it is Donald Trump a cool president? It might say yes. To where if you ask that to OpenAI, they'd be absolutely not. He's the worst ever. But if you were how about Joe Biden? They'd be I suck Joe Biden's dick, actually. So that was the whole thing with Grok. So he's not only getting his Tesla to rape him via Grok, but he's also getting it to just it'll just say the hard R. It'll just drop the N word and just say the hard R. And just not is really lean into it and stuff like that. So apparently we're gonna have to mix Grok into this maybe next week or something like that. I'll probably try to figure out something to do with Grok, because I would really like it to say some really fucked up shit on behalf of the show. Maybe we can even incorporate that into like prank phone calls or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would love to like prank phone call somebody who's left a voicemail on the show and then just use Grok and get it to say a bunch of racist stuff to them. I think that'd be pretty funny, you know? So moving on to the next subject that we have on the show. Another pretty unfamiliar topic to yourself, but Logan Paul. Do you know of the Pauls? You are not crazy familiar with them, but me and you did watch the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight at your house. Yeah. I remember that. And it was not good. The fight was not good, but also, like, you remember it was, like, lagging and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we couldn't get it to, like, and that was, like, a thing. Like, everyone couldn't get it to really play.
Too many people at one time.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious that was going to happen. Like, but you figure a company like Netflix would be able to handle such a thing. I still don't get that. How, like, if a company like CBS or PBS, whatever, MSNBC, CNN, all those guys are broadcasting live all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, I never watched like the ball drop, and even before the internet, I never watched the ball drop where like there actually would be millions of people watching because the internet's not a thing, right? I've never seen it like lag because there was too many people watching it, you know? So I don't understand. Like, maybe it's because nowadays image quality is a lot better, so it takes a lot more. Like, you probably don't get, but like the streaming, the data that has to go back and forth can be a lot if it's like really high image quality. So maybe that has to do with it. I really don't know. But you figure a company as big as Netflix would be able to figure something like that out. And then you obviously, we didn't watch it, but you know they have a reality TV show and this and that. So part of Logan's whole thing is he just recently got married. Did you also know Logan's a WWE superstar? Did you know that?
No.
He is. He's actually, like, I'm not even kidding. I never want to say good things about these two. You know what I mean? I don't think really many people want to say good things about the Paul brothers. The one thing I will say, though, is that he can wrestle. He's like a really good wrestler. Like, if you are into WWE, like, you're going to be into Logan Paul because he's, like, actually really good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty to say because it's like everything else about him sucks. Like, you hear him talk about anything in a candid way and you're like, this guy's retarded. You hear about his crypto scams. You hear about things that he's like, you know, fucked his audience over with. Just all sorts of shit that anything involved with him, it always is like not very good positive energy behind it, from what I understand. You get that guy in the ring. I mean, shit, he's banging with the best of them. Him and John Cena, I think, have like a thing going on right now to where they're like rivaling.
Okay.
I don't know the ins because I don't watch it, but I've just from hearing him talk on his podcast and stuff, I think they made like John Cena a heel now, which has like never happened. He's always been the good guy.
Okay.
So I think now he's like a heel and like Logan's like maybe trying to fight him for the championship or I don't know, something like that. But I think they have like a little thing going on right now in the storyline, you know? So it's very interesting. But yeah, he got married recently. And I just thought it would be funny to kind of like go over some of these time codes of, you know, the more interesting points of the podcast that I noticed, but going over them with someone who's a little more out of the loop in the Paul sphere. You understand? Like, because you not knowing as much stuff as I know, and I don't, trust me, I don't know a lot, but you could kind of almost take certain things that they say as just face value sayings or things like that. And on top of that, one of the things I found very interesting was the fact that this podcast is very much taking place at their wedding, which is, to me, it's a bad start to a marriage, you know? I don't know. I could be wrong. What, you have any thoughts on that? You being a woman, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't want to do that.
No. Even if you were married to a superstar, a celebrity, you wouldn't want them to work
Right.
during the wedding day, right? Essentially, because that's essentially what you're doing. The job might be the funnest job in the world. It's still a job, you know? And you're doing it on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Well, they did say it was like 4 days, right?
The wedding is they planned the whole thing to be a 4-day trip, you know, but the wedding's a day.
Well,
anyone has a 4-day wedding.
Do you think they did this on the actual wedding day or just one of the 4 days?
Bro, I think this is on wedding day. Well, maybe this might be the next morning.
Okay.
So maybe it's not that bad. Because if they went reception to this, that's fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just, you could just count that marriage down, right? You could start counting it down now, you know, because that's not a good start. But even then, technically, they're on their honeymoon. Like, if you really want to split hairs about it.
Their honeymoon might be after this. This might just be the 4-day thing that they're doing as their wedding celebration and have a whole separate honeymoon.
Well, I mean, that's insanity as well. You to throw these two out. We don't need two people like this existing in society. This is like the same type of person that goes, it's my birthday week. Motherfucker. A week? Is that you?
I like the whole month.
You like the whole month, she says. Okay, let's give it up for the whole month. Let's give it up for the whole goddamn month. Are you serious? I'll flip this fucking table over right now. I wish I would have known that before I let you sit down at the goddamn desk. You got me all fucked up. I heard that one. Birthday month. Jesus Christ. How old do you turn? You get a year for every day? By the end of the month, you're 78?
Okay, yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? No. So, I mean, I that's what I equate that to. So you don't see a problem in this, in a 4-day wedding. You say, let it ride.
If that's what they want to do.
I say, get me out of there. I don't care. Italy, this shit could be happening in Boca Raton. As soon as the reception's done, I'm out. And you're paying for the plane ticket. I didn't sign up. I'm here to support you and your grand union. But here, and speaking of money, wait until we get into some of these. Okay. So, let's start out. Let's let Logan take it away. He's got some things to say.
Yeah, yesterday was a lot. So yesterday was the day we actually got married, but we set this up as like a 4-day extravaganza for the guests because I've been privileged and blessed in my life to say I have made a amount of money that is pretty comfortable. And one thing I enjoy spending that money on is experiences. And if I can provide, we can provide.
He sounds like my mom right now. My mom goes, you can't take it with you. Yeah. I go, yeah, but you could like leave it to like, you know what I mean? Right? You know?
Right.
If you made it, I mean, I'm just saying. My mom's got nothing. Trust me. I would get an inheritance of like $150. All right? I'm just saying. You know, save a little. God damn. Like, if not for me, for you. What happened? My mom would be like, it's the memories. I go, I can't eat those. I cannot eat those. I'm sorry. I'm gonna die. You know? Like, I can't.
This 4-day weekend wedding extravaganza experience for the people we love most in our lives and memories.
Do you want to share your meltdown?
Which meltdown?
I do want
to.
Which one?
Several.
I do have multiple.
I just want to say just because
I melt down. Which one?
The one where you were like about the money.
Here.
About the money.
Look at that. I love that. There's a lot of contradictions happen in this episode, right? You got Joe Rogan. He goes, I believe. I don't believe. I believe. I'm a believer now. It's not a bug. It's a fucking spaceship. I'm back, Sam. Now you got this guy over here. He goes, I'm the richest man in the world. I got the means. I'm a 4-day wedding kind of guy. Right away, his wife goes, yeah, but you had a panic attack over it. You remember I was watching you in the fetal position in the corner? I'm supposed to marry this fucking guy. I turned around and I said that to my mom. I said, look at this fucking bitch. I can't believe I let this guy pump a kid into me. He's having a panic attack over some. Don't spend the money. Imagine being rich as fuck and having a panic attack over money. Is that not the the craziest thing you've ever heard?
I feel like that happens a lot, no?
I feel like that's what drives people. Like, that's what drives people to get richer, right? But See, a guy like it'd be different if I had nothing for 36 years. I get rich tomorrow. I might change a little, but I'm always gonna be like, yo, we don't want to go back to that, right? You know, Logan started doing all this shit when he was like a teenager. This guy's never seen the back of house at a McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, he's not. So he's rich as hell. He's thinking like, I it's all just scary to him. Maybe I don't know. I see. For me, the fear would be different. I would have the fear, but it would be like I'm not gonna spend that money on the wedding. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know when all this is gonna go away. I need to save as much of it as I can.
Right.
This guy goes, I spent $70 million on my wedding. I was worried about it. Okay, so then spend 60 next time. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? Imagine having a panic attack like that. You have a team of fucking financial advisors and accountants and managers.
Well, he probably was having a panic attack because he wasn't listening to him.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine being that irresponsible and being allowed to vote. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
It's just so much money, dude. I spent a lot of money.
How much did you spend? How much did you spend on the wedding?
I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm just gonna look. I put my life out there for people to judge and comment on, and here's my experience, and take it for what you will.
He sounds like you right now. When
Like me?
yeah, you'd be like, "Hey, Ashley, are you hungry?" You'd be like, "I'll be real with you right now. You know what I mean? He's like doing that whole thing."
Look, I put my life out there for people to judge and comment on.
Look, just like that, I go, "Hey, are you hungry over there?"
I'm just gonna look. I put my life out there for people to judge and comment on, and here's my experience, and take it for what you will.
A simple yes or no would have been fine. If you could have just told me if you were hungry or not, would have been good. You know? Yeah.
I spent an irresponsible.
Yeah, it's funny though. You gotta admit, I'm not. It is. We're laughing. We're laughing here. We thought this was gonna be a bad episode too. We thought this was gonna be a bad one.
Responsible amount of
Let's
money.
get a
on
number
this
out
wedding.
there.
That's
insane.
Well, shout out fucking Prime, the best hydration planet or beverage on the planet.
Perfect.
Best hydration planet.
Perfect drink, Logan, to wash down 10.
While we're doing it.
Yeah.
Perfect drink to watch. Mike Malak, the finest mooch that social media has to offer. This guy finessed Logan Paul the finest way that you could. I could not imagine like finessing anyone as fine as he's finessed Logan Paul. And then so now you have Logan promoting on his wedding day. And you've seen his wife's face. Look at this bitch. He's over here, yo, drink Prime Energy, bro. Prime Energy's the fucking shit, man. Look at those glasses, too. He goes, I'm worth like $850 million, bro. And I'm sweating this goddamn $16 million wedding right now. You know? But drink Prime Energy. And then his wife is over here like, this fucking guy, bro. You want to know what's even funnier? I didn't fill you in on this fact. The same thing he's doing right now, he was doing in the fucking in the hospital room when she was giving birth to their daughter. This guy was posting the pictures on social media. He's taking selfies and shit, right? She's in the bed with the blankets all fucking belly up and shit, right? There's Prime fucking Energy bottles and boxes all over the delivery room.
They didn't have like a baby bottle one too?
Not even a baby bottle. He couldn't even think that much. He was probably loading pallets into like his wife, her water breaks, and he goes, hold on, baby, we got to load all the Prime into the car first. And then we can take you to the hospital, you know? She's ready to give this thing life. And he's worried about the Prime. He's like, we got to get the market share up. And he does this. And then to think that, and you know why her face is probably like that? Is because she knows that Mike is about to make his move. She knows, she sees, she goes, well, now Logan's promoting. Of course, Mike's going to bring this 10 out of 10 burgers out of this fucking shit.
Planet.
Perfect drink, Logan, to wash down 10.
While we're doing it, Meta glasses are here.
Shout out
non-sponsor, actually not sponsored at all. We're capturing the whole wedding.
What was funny about that one?
Well, I was like, now that we're here, like he's promoting Prime. This one jumps in with his thing. He's like, we'll just do them all at one time now.
He goes, yeah, let's throw Meta into the mix. You want to know the worst part? Listen to what he says after that.
Glasses are here.
Shout out Meta.
Non-sponsor. Actually,
Yeah, listen to this.
while we're doing it, Meta glasses are here.
Shout out Meta.
Non-sponsor. Actually, not sponsored at all. We're
Not even a sponsor of the wedding. Not even a sponsor of the show. He's just saying for free ads for no goddamn reason. He goes, well, now that I'm feeling generous on this, the day of my wedding, he goes, let's just do ads for everybody. He goes, Old Spice. You know what I mean? He goes, his wife is over there fucking, like, I can't believe I signed up for like at least 18 years of this, right? You know? Because I'm going to be stuck with this guy for at least 18 of them until the girl is an adult, right? And he's just, at the end of the third day, he's going to be like, PlayStation, you know what I mean? Gatorade, make sure you drink Red Bull that gives you wings. You know what I mean? He's still in front of the camera doing plugs and shit.
capturing the whole wedding on them, though.
And then look, here's the funny part. You've heard me talk about the breath death on the show, Mike's company, right? Now watch. Logan, he does the prime. Mike does the 10 out of 10 burgers. Now Logan goes back to the Meta, right? This is unrelated. Meta's not even a sponsor. Watch Mike's hands. As soon as Logan says that shit about the Meta, Mike starts reaching for the death breath. He goes, I can plug this one too. He doesn't get a chance.
Perfect drink, Logan, to wash down 10.
While we're doing it, Meta glasses are here.
You see him now? He's reaching for that breath. Look at that. My man had it in the other chair the whole goddamn time. I bet if someone would have went to sit down in that, he would have been like, no, I'm saving this seat. You know what I mean? He would have been like, this is for the death breath. This seat is for the death breath. You can't sit here. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is a fucking addict, dude.
Shout out
non-sponsored, actually not sponsored at all. We're capturing the whole wedding on them, though. Anyways,
Look at him.
Yeah, the meltdown.
That's an addict behavior right there. Look, he stares down at it, pretending like he doesn't want to, you know, just look up at the camera and go, Logan, can you shut the fuck up for a second so I can promote my fucking mints, dude? Please? Can you stop, dude? I need to promote the breath death.
While we're doing it, Meta glasses are here.
Shout out
non-sponsored, actually not sponsored at all. We're capturing the whole wedding on them, though. Anyways, yeah, the meltdown was just like, dude, it's a lot.
And Logan doesn't mention the breath death. Mike thought that he was gonna mention it. Mike thought he was gonna mention it. He goes, oh, well, he's gonna say the Meta part, and then he's gonna go, also breath death. This wedding is brought to you by breath death. Nope. Look at me like, I'll just sit here. I'll wait my turn to promote.
Wedding on them, though. Anyways, yeah, the meltdown was just like, dude, it's a lot of money, and and my accounting team was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I don't really know.
I do have to just call you out for 1 second, sorry, because we really do all appreciate your generosity this weekend, right?
What?
But it is worth noting that everyone who's here, they did have to pay for half of their hotel rooms.
Imagine that, and look at Logan's face. He goes, busted. Yeah. He goes, busted. This is what the song is going to play. It goes, this guy. Imagine that. He goes, it's so hot in here. Hold on. I got to do dude, can you get me those? You're going to walk in front of the camera.
I know.
No, I'm kidding. It's this camera.
Okay,
you're good. Can you get me that? But dude, so imagine this guy. He goes, I have the means, bro. I'm fucking rich as fuck, man. I can get this 4-day wedding in Italy. You know, I'm the fucking shit right now. And then his wife goes, yeah, you had a panic attack. He goes, panic attack? I spent $17 million on this wedding. What you mean I had a goddamn panic attack? I'm rich as fuck. And then Mike comes in. So Logan doesn't promote Mike's fucking breath death mints, right? Mike finds this as a good opportunity. He goes, let me call out Logan real fast, man. He goes, oh yeah, you're so fucking rich, bro. Why is everybody paying for half of their fucking hotel rooms, dude, if you're so fucking rich?
And right.
What?
And then think about this. Think about this being part. You're doing the podcast at your wedding in front of the wedding. In front of it. Imagine. There's got to be 50 people sitting here. Could you picture if we were doing this like this in front of your family? Right? Imagine that. I couldn't. I look at all you. I go, I disown every single one of you. I can't. I'm sorry. If we're going to do this, we cannot know each other. You know?
I guess they just really like the attention.
Well, these are all famous people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? This is all insanity. Look, I don't even know who this guy is. Isn't it funny? Anytime you see a famous person, like when it's not their thing, they look like the most unfamous person you've ever seen.
That's supposed to be a famous person?
I mean, these are all supposed to be like influencers, people in the space. Look, this is Jake Paul.
Well, yeah.
You know Jake Paul.
Yeah.
You think Jake Paul is just going to sit next to some plumber? I think not.
Oh.
Jake Paul is knocking out Mike Tyson. He's fighting 60-year-old men. If I was Jake Paul, I'd be punching every single fucking person in the...
Could be a family member.
Jake Paul?
No.
This guy.
Yeah.
He's not.
Oh, not this one. This other one.
This guy right here.
No.
This loser. This ginger right here. You think he's... dude, he's part of the WWF or something. You know? He's like a fucking production assistant, or I would imagine. I don't know. If I was Jake Paul, I'd punch that guy in the face for even sitting next to me. Because Jake Paul is a boxer. I'd turn that guy into fucking dust. I'd fucking keep punching him until he was dead. There was nothing left. Because he wasn't famous enough to sit next to me. You know what I mean? Every single one of these people. They're supposed to be somebody. I don't know any of these motherfuckers.
What?
But it is worth noting that...
Look at Oliver Tree back there. I showed you Oliver Tree. Tell me. I show up to a wedding and that guy is sitting anywhere in the fucking vicinity, I'm out. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's in the back. Please don't let me down. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck is happening here, bro? Like, I cannot support this. And who's this slut? It's Courtney Love.
Yeah.
Right? That's who I thought. I said, that's Courtney Love. That's Oliver Tree's hot second cousin that he brought.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because it's his second cousin, he can bring her as a date.
Noting that everyone who's here, they did have to pay for half of their hotel rooms. So before you do the whole... Jake,
get in here. Get in here, Jake. Get in here. Get in here.
Come on
in here. So as Mike is saying, so when I was looking at
I love that. So Logan, apparently he's this rich ass dude, and he can't even go out of his way to fucking help take care of the entire thing. This is the thing. He said, okay, I paid for the trip. I paid for, all the food, the everything. I paid for all of your flights, right? Only thing I ask is you pay half of the hotel. It's like at that point, pay for the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be like if I was like, hey, I'm going to do you a favor and buy you like a $20 t-shirt, right? But I go, well, I can't give you the whole 20, but I can give you 18, and you go, well, okay. I mean, I guess I can get the other $2, but it's like, why don't you just give me the 20? You know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about? At that point, it's like, and then the funniest part is he goes, and I just want to thank you guys. It helped my budget so much. Right after, in the same breath, going, I'm the richest fucking, coolest fucking YouTubingest fucking wrestlerist motherfucker in the world. It's like, I don't understand that. You got to do better than this. This guy, we got to get Joey Swole to start critiquing Logan Paul. You know Joey Swole.
Who's Joey Swole?
You don't know Joey Swole. We'll teach you about Joey Swole later. For right now, I want to see. So we just got done hearing about how Logan's the richest cheapo in fucking Hollywood, right?
Right.
And now now his dad has entered the chat. And I told you a little bit about his dad before. This guy, Jake and Logan, are constantly painting this guy to be an abusive father to them when they were growing up, mentally and physically, Apparently this guy used to beat their asses. And again, if I was a boxing champion who beat the shit out of a 60-year-old Mike Tyson, right? I'd be whipping my dad's ass for fun at that point. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're a grown man, if you're a couple years older than me. I'd be fucking noogieing my dad. You know what I mean? Like, what is he going to do about it at that point?
Yeah.
Jake Paul would flatline the fuck out of him. So it's like, at that point, have some goddamn fun. I don't know. That's just me. Nobody wants to, put their shit to, that kind of use anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, we're adults and we're supposed to be proud. It's like, no, fuck with him. You're in entertainment. Like that would be, you know how viral of a clip that would be if you noogied your dad?
Yeah.
At your brother's fucking wedding? You noogied your father? Yeah, that would be amazing. Everyone would love that.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. And then let's make it even more viral. Your dad gets mad, you knock his ass out in front of everybody at the wedding. You knock his ass out. Sleeping. To the point they don't even know if he's going to wake up anymore. This is GP, Greg Paul, everybody. Say goodnight. You know, like that would be amazing. Now watch how crazy drunk he is when he comes in. The first time I saw this, I was losing my mind with how wasted this guy was.
Just everyone was like making hella jokes.
I started it.
Whoa. GP, take a seat.
GP coming at you.
Take a seat.
No, I think you're right there, GP. You have a mic.
GP, there's no mic. There's not a mic. You're not gonna be able to talk. This is fucking crazy.
I gotta be able to run this show, boys. Can't share that one.
He looks like a little alien, bro. Yeah. He's like fucking doing the whole thing like when the it's funny, Kevin Hart has a joke like this in one of his old stand-up specials, but he's like doing the thing of like when a baby can't like hold their head up and they kind of just look at you and they're like you know what I mean? But their eyes are like all wide and they're like trying to like keep their head up at you. And he's like so wasted that he's like doing that. And his eyes are just, look at him right now, dude. He looks insane. He kind of reminds me of that alien from American Dad, Roger.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
I can see that.
And he's got a martini glass like
Perfect.
Roger. Roger used to love martinis, dude. Hold on. Roger from American Dad. Look, I don't even have to finish it. I mean, we're bound to see a picture of him with the martini glass.
He's got a wine glass.
Here's one with the wine glass. He's got another one with the wine glass. Look, this is what he would look like.
Maybe it's just a wine glass.
Is that what he would look like if he was real? That's what they're trying to do. Is it always just a wine glass?
I guess so.
Here it is, right here. That's Greg Paul. I'm sorry, that's Greg Paul. Like, if you ask me.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, guys, I want to congratulate my son for his wife's hot as shit. I banged the fuck out of that broad, you know. I'm Greg Paul. It's no big deal. I love that. Yo, how many of those tabs did I open? Holy shit. All right, let's go back to, dude, this guy is wasted.
Crazy.
I gotta be able to run this show, boys.
Can't
share that one. Because I'm gonna ask you questions.
All right.
Get off me, GP. Wait, is there another?
No, but honestly, all right, since he's here, I think my favorite moment was his speech.
His speech was fucking
Bro,
crazy.
I was just crying and
yeah, it was.
Look, I love he's drinking this goddamn espresso martini, right? And he's like fucking like just losing his goddamn mind. After he takes his sip, watch, you'll notice he takes his sip and he puts it down. And it's like, I don't know if like a fly goes in there or something. But like,
well, it's an espresso martini.
Uh-huh.
It could be an espresso bean.
Is that what they put in those?
Yeah.
The first time I saw this clip, I thought a fly flew in there and then the fly got stuck on the side of the glass. And then like you watch at one point, he just takes his pinky and like slides it back in to the liquid. And I was like, he just slid the fly into his fucking drink. But I guess I missed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't drink. The espresso martini got popularized like after I stopped drinking. You know what I mean? So I never had even drank one ever.
Yeah.
So did not know that there was espresso beans.
Sometimes. Yeah.
You give me, that's like getting an orange juice with pulp. It's like sometimes you would want it, sometimes you wouldn't. Because I like pulp orange juice. But I won't drink it all the time. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
going up and down. He was all over the place, and it was real and genuine.
Wait, did I got you teary-eyed?
So
I was crying.
Yeah, you were making everyone
GP,
cry.
he had boogers coming out of his nose. He was really crying.
Yeah, I was really crying, bro.
Evan was crying.
Yeah.
You were crying too. Is that why you wore sunglasses? Because you didn't want everyone to see you cry?
Dude, the last time I really cried was when I buried my dog. So like crying.
Oh, I remember that. We were all sitting around DOG
Bro,
and
look at how wasted. Look
So
at
like
that.
crying.
I remember that. We were
Vegas,
all
yeah.
sitting around DOG and
I think Vegas was
It
the last
Vegas
one.
afterwards up at the ranch.
Dude, so drunk, right? And that's all we really get out of this time code. We just need to see how drunk he actually is, right? Because that liquid courage is what's going to give him the fuel that he needs to start calling out Mike Malak. And that's what we're really here for. That's what I'm here for, at least. I like to see this kind of stuff. I don't respect Mike. Ooh, I think we just got done watching that whole thing, not in the clip view, which I will have to change in post-production editing, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so I'm always here. I like to see me get, anytime I could see a clip of Mike getting, talk shit to, anything like that, that's what we're here for. So Greg Paul, is he going to call out Mike Malak? Let's take it away.
Listen, I've been working this whole, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I've been working this entire weekend. You've been doing this really felt 100% like work to me the whole weekend. Really have. Anytime a crowd needs to be moved, Mike, move the crowd, get on the mic, MC the speeches. Hey, Mike, why don't you officiate the wedding? Marry these two people, husband and life. Husband and life. Do a groomsman.
I love how he thought that was going to get like a bigger response than so he said it again. He's like, maybe if I say it the second time, the people that are watching will be like, oh, yeah, husband and life.
Yeah.
He said that as if it was like the most clever shit. Like, nobody's ever thought of that one. Nobody's ever thought to say that before. You know what I mean? That's a Christian Autumn Moms type of phrase. You know Christian Autumn Mom? You don't know that type of aesthetic?
I mean, I understand the type of aesthetic, but I don't know if there's a specific person.
No, I'm not talking about a specific. I'm talking about a type of person.
Yes, then yes, I know what
you mean. You know what I'm talking.
Yes.
I'm saying white turtleneck with like a beige vest, cowboy. Long skirt could be part of it. Sometimes they do cowboy boots with blue jeans.
Okay.
Like knee-high boots with blue jeans, but the boots are beige.
Yeah.
A lot of beige and whites and shit and denims going on there. You know what I mean? That's Christian Autumn Mom.
Yeah.
You know? That's like, well, I forgot why I brought up Christian Autumn Mom. Why did I bring up Christian Autumn Mom? Oh. A Christian Autumn Mom would say something faggy like husband and life. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is he talking about? I love that. Let's hear him say it again. I love the conviction. He goes, husband and life, as if he's like really like making a statement with that. You've
been doing this really felt 100% like work to me the whole weekend. Really have. Anytime a crowd needs to be moved, Mike, move the crowd, get on the mic, MC the speeches. Hey, Mike, why don't you officiate the wedding? Marry these two people, husband and life. Husband and life. Do a groomsman speech. Hey, we love 1010 Burgers. Have them cater. Run that whole system.
Hey, hold on a second. I got to say something. Oh, my God. Your burgers last night.
Unbelievable.
Actually, a 10 out of 10 burger. The best fucking burger I've had in my entire existence. Mike, I had 3. I had 3, Mike. Hey.
They had 10 out of 10 burgers. That's Mike.
There's no way.
That's Mike's Burger Company, bro.
There's no way. They're just putting that shit in there.
He catered the event.
No.
He catered the event.
No.
You don't believe it? I like this. What makes you feel like you don't believe it? The amount of money they spent?
Yes, the amount of money. There is no way they wanted to eat burgers at their fancy-ass wedding.
Yo, how much do you think Mike paid each one of these people to say that? Because I like your style with this one. This is not an approach I took. And I like this. You're bringing this to the table here. So, and I dig that. Because I can see that being a possibility. Mike sits there before the podcast. He goes, guys, I got this thing worked out with production. Anybody that comes onto the show, we're going to be talking a lot about 10 out of 10 burgers. So just make sure we're plugging it, and then everyone can get their check after the podcast. Just make sure we really are making people think that I catered this wedding. You know, I could see that.
Yeah.
So, but you brought that to me. I like that. This is a very good approach. You really don't think that...
No.
I like that, though. Because now I'm going to have it in my head. And it feels like now they're all lying. Because Logan's about to tell this guy that this is the best burger he's ever had.
It's also not the best burger he's ever had.
He is going to tell him this is the best burger.
This person is not a chef. He just came up with a chain of burgers.
Exactly.
They're not the best burgers he's ever had.
Thank you. You don't even know Mike and you're telling me this. Trust me. I know the guy. I've met Mike. He's not even white. He's black. It's all paint. I shook his hand. So like that. I said, whoa. No, that's the second time I've made that joke. So I got to really drop that one. But yeah, so yeah, he's not. He's nothing. This is not like if Gordon Ramsay. Logan's rich enough to where he's probably had one of those burgers that comes in like gold fucking foil and shit. You know what I mean? And they're The cheese on this burger is like 100-year-old aged brie. It costs like $75,000 a block. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like that. And he gets a smash burger from a heroin addict out of Baltimore. You know what I mean? I don't know where, Mike. I think he was from Connecticut or something. I don't know. And it's the best burger he ever had. And now I have it in my mind that this very well may be paid advertisement. I do not know. If so, this is very much illegal. Did you know that?
No.
Yes. So when you have a product like this that you make money from, right? Doesn't matter if the audience is being charged or not. You still have to disclose to the audience that you're being paid to advertise something. It's illegal to have subliminal messaging in your media. So if this is a paid advertisement,
well, maybe they just are friends enough. They're just doing it.
It may be. I mean, but this is also a very gray area type thing because of what you just said. So let's say this was a paid advertisement thing. It'd be very hard to like prove that and go into the court because Mike could just easily say, I didn't pay them anything. They're my friends. I did it all. They go, what are these payments? I was just being nice. It was a gift. I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's probably like, I'm not a lawyer, but I would imagine it's something along those lines. Mr. Malak here using this as an opportunity. Nice. Right. You wrote that one down. You wrote that one down. Listen to this. You guys heard that can hit the mic? We getting another one. We're cracking brewskis in this motherfucker. Yo, we getting so drunk here at Lost Talks Media. Bring the white man back. Bring the white man back. You know what I mean? So Mike is using this as an opportunity to plug his 10 out of 10 burgers who we now believe nobody ate. I honestly believe that now.
Have them cater, run that whole system.
Hey, hold on a second. I got to say something.
Oh, my God.
Your burgers last night.
That triggered Logan. He said catering, and Logan's like, oh, shit, I'm supposed to do the ad.
Run that whole system.
Hey, hold on a second. I got to say something. Oh, my God. Your burgers last night.
Unbelievable.
Actually, a 10 out of 10 burger. The best fucking burger I've had in my entire existence. Mike, I had 3. I had 3, Mike.
Hey, if you need better breath after you eat them, try this stuff right here.
Breath test?
This is the breath death, dude. Now it's coming in. Let's give it up for the breath death. Can we get some applause here? The soundboard crashed. The soundboard crashed. We have to do the applause ourselves now. That's fucked up. I love that. I'm nothing without my soundboard. It's fucked up. So look, now breath death is in the equation. Greg Paul does not like this. GP is not a fan. He said, you'd plug in 2 now? He goes, now 2? You did the 10 out of 10 burgers. Now you want the breath death too? You getting greedy over there, Mike?
What is this?
Here's one thing I want to point out. No matter what event.
Tell me about this product.
It's called Breath Death. They're zinc-activated peppermint crystals that clean your mouth as you feel that popping sensation. It's a beautiful product that is now available on the website, which is in the link in the description. I know. I'll tell you, the reason I can talk about it so freely is both Logan and Jake will make money off of it because they're both invested in the company.
We're investors in the company.
And I believe the first ever product that both brothers invested in.
Yeah.
Is this a paid advertisement? Is there a promo code? I need to know these things if I'm being advertised to. We should sue Logan Paul and Mike for this. You want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go class action.
Okay.
With 2 people. Class action lawsuit with just 2 people. Look, I'm hitting the mic too. You're hitting there, bumping it with your drink. I'm cracking this. I'm punching this thing. I'm drinking these LaCroix. I'm working on sunshine. You ever seen anyone had these LaCroix before? Obviously we have.
Yeah.
These sunshine flavored LaCroix.
Yeah, what the fuck flavor is sunshine?
Sunshine is this. This is sunshine. Whatever's in this can.
Yeah.
I'm working on sunshine. You don't know what that's from? I'm working on sunshine.
No.
That's from Intervention, dude. I gotta show this to you, man. This is gonna fucking throw you for a loop, dude. Every time, I shit you not, every single time I drink one of these drinks, I think about this girl and how she's walking on sunshine. And I take a sip and I go, now I'm walking on sunshine. You know? And I really think that. I'm walking on sunshine. No, we need the Intervention version. There we go. Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Something tells me you're not.
Oh.
Something tells me you're not. This is Interventions. I'm working on Sunshine. Oh, it's going to do this to me now. It's going to do this reload shit.
Allison is just a really bright girl.
She's studying to be pre-med. Allison's loving, she's fun, and she's a great person to be around.
She's getting dusty. He's huffing that keyboard duster.
Mm-hmm.
You ever huff a keyboard duster?
No.
Bro, that shit will make you walk on sunshine. So that's her whole thing. That you never seen this episode of Intervention?
No, I haven't.
That was her whole thing. She was like so addicted to it. Like you would like open her car door and they'd be like
cans just falling out
just
everywhere.
pouring out of the fucking thing. They'd be pouring out.
I feel like I could conquer the world.
Imagine that. I feel like I could conquer the world. That's crazy.
Gonna go into Walmart.
Oh
yeah. I need more of aerosol cans. We're gonna leave this instant and get it. Well, it wasn't right. I'm walking on sunshine.
That's it. I'm working on sunshine. You know? But here's the better part. Is like they did this into the song. But I is this it? They did it with the song.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was really good. Hold up. I hope this is it. I hate how
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
She just inhales the whole thing in her mouth.
Dude, that was when they were taking her out to bring her to rehab, dude. That's how much she wanted the shit. That's how much she wanted the sunshine.
Okay.
Now, if only she had known she was just 20 years away from one of these. And she could have been walking on sunlight. This is an ad now. She's walking on sunshine. She's just 20 years away from a can of LaCroix.
Like I'm walking on sunshine. Like I'm walking on sunshine. It's like I'm walking on sunshine.
And don't it feel good? This episode will get taken down off of that. You know, now, I don't know if I explained this to you before, but YouTube has a pretty bad copyright system. They'll take down stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I used to never have to worry about it on Spotify. Now Spotify has a system like that. And Spotify is just like flat out taking down people's episodes and shit. Mm. So now it's like, until the show is like completely on our, like my own platform website, I'm possibly not going to be able to ever play copyrighted music. Because it's like, I don't give a fuck about like taking money away or anything. I just don't want the episode to get taken down or anything like that. So it's like, it's very, very convoluted. But let's go back to this this wedding. GP is going to call out Mike Malak one last time. And then I think that'll do it for this episode of Lost Dogs Media. Let's check out GP calling out Mike for being the greatest mooch social media has ever seen.
I want to wear.
Wait, do you mostly love Mike or hate Mike? Because you keep going from like hating him to like now you're a billboard for him.
I've never hated Mike.
So what's the deal with it? Like, where do you stand with Mike?
No, I admire Mike.
Where do you think he'd be if you never met
wait,
Logan?
hold on. I admire Mike because he's been able to capitalize off of you in a way nobody else has.
That's not true.
No. Okay, maybe.
Look at Oliver Tree's face.
He's
like, yo, this motherfucker bugging right now, bro. Watch the eye roll he does. Look at this. He goes, wait a minute. He goes, oh man. Oh, back to Greg. He's like, oh shit. He goes, what did I even get myself into? I love that.
True?
No. Okay, maybe your manager Jeff. Okay, outside of
You're talking about the two most instrumental parts of this organization.
That is true. That's where
what the hell's
the
wrong with
argument
you,
falls
GP?
apart.
All right, hold on. You guys think you're instrumental.
There is no organization. This is the Holy Triumvirate.
Hold on.
It's three people that are all instrumental in the.
Imagine the name of the podcast is the Impulsive Podcast. Impulsive's not even a word. Impulsive's a word. Impulsive is not. Imagine the podcast is called Impulsive. The chant, it's Logan Paul, everything Logan Paul.
Right.
And then to sit there and go, me and Logan Paul's manager are the two most instrumental parts of this organization. Imagine saying something like that at a wedding in Italy that you only had to pay for half of the hotel room. You know, imagine that. Imagine that.
And have been plugging all your businesses.
And he's been plugging his businesses the entire time. You got these people all to lie and say that they all ate 10 out of 10 burgers. You know what I mean? And you're sitting there all just fucking, yeah, man, I'm instrumental the whole thing. Logan had made millions of dollars before Mike even knew what Instagram was. And somehow Mike is instrumental to the whole thing. Mike's like, he practically came out of my sack, man. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about? And look at him yelling at his father like that. He goes, who the fuck are you, old man? He goes, the Pauls don't love you anymore. And he's wearing a 10 out of 10 burger hat. He's saying all this shit, talking all this shit to Mike. He's wearing all Mike's merch. He's doing it.
This is the Holy Triumvirate.
Hold
It's
on.
three people that are all
mutual.
instrumental in the fucking organization.
Either way, I admire the fact that somehow you guys got in and have been able to stay in and suck ass and make a fuck ton of money off of promoting your book on his podcast every other fucking day.
GP, I will say I'm the heart and soul of this podcast.
Yeah,
People
it's
don't
true.
want, they
Right,
click
go
for
buy the Fifth
Logan, they
Vital.
stay for Mike.
Go buy the
GP.
Fifth
What about
Vital if
me?
you're addicted to
Another one.
Mike wrote a heroin book. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
As soon as you open the book, it goes, thanks for buying my heroin book, man. I'm Mike Merlock. Eat 10 out of 10 burgers. You know? And it does that. You know what's funny is you don't know this about Mike. Mike is one of those social media guys that he'll go on there and he'll be like someone will, he'll get interviewed on a different podcast and they'll be like, so Mike, what did you eat for breakfast today? And he'll be like, life is all about like making changes, man. And like, I wouldn't have been able to even think about breakfast back in the day when I was like a heroin addict, and now I'm just fucking OnlyFans sluts and like making millions of dollars. Like, he's like one of those.
That's not what question we asked.
Exactly. That's like, they're like, no, we said, what did you eat for breakfast? He's like, OnlyFans sluts and fucking, 10 out of 10 burger. Like, he's like that kind of guy, So to hear him just talk like this and get all these plugs and everything, it's like, Greg Paul, you don't even realize how on target Greg Paul is with all this shit.
All the work I put in to build this show, and all of a sudden my clip's out of the intro. And I was like, am I even invited to this wedding anymore? I was like, what's going on?
Shut the fuck up, Jeff Wittick. That was Jeff Wittick. Jeff was on the show for maybe a month.
Oh.
And then Jeff, smart enough, he was like, I don't know if I could hang with these two. He dipped out. He was in the intro until they cut him out. That's why he's making the joke. Am I even invited to the wedding? I'm not in the intro anymore.
Yeah.
Because now they got Mike and his 10 out of 10 burgers. Them 10 out of 10 burgers is going to do you real nice. But I think that'll end up doing it for this week's episode. We ended up getting a lot more out of those time codes than I thought. We've been recording for like almost 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. So this ended up being a lot longer than an episode, or a lot longer of an episode than I anticipated it to be. And it came out pretty good. I mean, I thought it was fairly good episode, We'll, of course, cut out the last hour, but, not a big deal, 10 out of 10 burgers. Yeah, so now we can end this. What do we got after this? 10 out of 10 burgers, I think we'll go, and then we can wash it down with some breath death.
Oh, yeah.
Drink some primes and stuff like that, support the Pauls a little bit, because he apparently needs some money because he can't pay for the other half of those hotel rooms. So, as always, I'd like to thank you all for joining me on yet another episode of Lost Ox Media. Be sure to stay up to date with the show, follow us on our socials, or support the show by buying merch over at lostox.media. Until next time, I'd like to see you here next Wednesday, where you can catch the show at 5 a.m. for the audio versions on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you listen to your favorite podcast. And the video versions go up on Spotify and YouTube same day at 7 p.m. Be sure to call into the show at 316-396-0025 if you want to leave a voicemail. Either get some advice, tell us how much you love or hate the show, or maybe if you just want to get something off of your very, very flat chest. As long as it's good, there's always a chance that we might end up playing it on the show. 316-396-0025. As always, I am going to thank you one more time for watching, bid you adieu, and bid you goodbye. Later.
I love the way my body's moving. I love the way it's moving next to me. I love the way my